We have the Mayor, Tony Lepper, in the studio for his monthly chat. What's happening, Tony?
Oh, good morning, everyone, and good morning, listeners. We had a lovely day yesterday at Council. Council meeting yesterday was all about people giving their oral submissions on the district plan. I really enjoy it because people come in with their passion and their projects, and we've got we had 4 things that we were asking people to tell us about, but on the bottom of that we have other. And tell us something else. So we got lots of others yesterday where people took the opportunity while they're in front of council to tell us all sorts of things. From, people who live out in between Clyde and Alex who think it should be subdivided down to 1 hectare, and that's probably a district plan process. But they use the annual plan as a chance to come in and tell us things. And that's really cool.
Right.
Because you get lots of ideas and thoughts and communication going. Probably the wrong venue, but who cares? I mean, they're in here talking to us, so I really enjoyed the day yesterday. Something like 28 people, or even more than that, might have come to see us and had 10-minute slots, and they're in front of council.
Now, one of the things, I think I saw it in the paper yesterday, in fact, was the kids from Terrace.
Yes, the kids from Terrace, they came in en masse, well, 3 of them, and their principal, and they were very nervous because, that's the first time in Chambers, and, the young people, and boy, they did well. They had some prepared stuff which they gave to us, and some of it was pretty cutting edge, it made us all sit up and take notice, so they did a really, really good job. The council's got its head around the fact that we need to have publicly funded toilets in Terrace. Well, it has been agreed to that the money will go into next year's budget, which is from the 1st of July, and we'll start the process of trying to build toilets. We would really like to tap into John Key's 12 million, which we think's absolutely earmarked for that sort of project.
Now, this 12 million is what?
12 million. John Key came out with this 3 weeks ago saying we realise tourism's hard on small district councils, and we've got a fund there to put infrastructure to help tourists. Now, these are tourists that are jumping that fence in Terrace and relieving themselves. Yeah. So we don't know the criteria around that, but we've got time to try and... He's saying it's dollar for dollar with councils. Well, that's perfect for us.
Oh, absolutely.
So if we can grab some of that money, we can put even better toilets in Terrace. Okay. So that's going to happen.
That's wonderful. Okay, what else happened?
Well, one of the submissions was, remember we were asking, should we put $20,000 into, and I always like to get the name right, into the Centre for Space Science Technology. And that was to help them try and get this money that's floating around for regional New Zealand to do something a bit different. And Greg Bodecker, who's part of that group, came to tell us to say, yes, they would really like our $20,000, but here's an update. And the update was... They started with something like 70, 80, I can't remember how many projects, which the government's whittling down to the ones they're going to back. And it's down to 2 or 3. And Greg was telling us that he reckons we're in the 90% chances of getting this project now. And the exciting thing about that is that it's millions of dollars over quite a lot of years, and it's 22 full-time staff based in Alex with their head office in Alex. Different places around New Zealand where some of the work gets done, but there's all these other projects that go with it which they can sell on around New Zealand, but the head office is in Alex with all these people. And
that's exciting.
Oh, it's exciting. And I thought it was going to be rockets being launched in Alex, but apparently the rockets get launched somewhere else, but the satellites and all that are programmed and developed. All the information comes back to Alex.
Okay.
Oh, absolutely fantastic stuff. And they need our $20,000 to do the last business case, which goes to MB, which gets promoted to Stephen Joyce, and he reckons it's a go. Now, that's so exciting.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's the shot in the arm that we've been looking for, Alex, along with, and I took my friends biking up to that airport last night.
Yes.
The airport, our little village up there is looking really good. So things are happening in Alex, quite exciting. We had some other groups come in. It's always a bit of a lolly scramble. There was a couple of heritage submissions on how they would like half-time, full-time employee, and they'd like council to help fund those positions. That caused a bit of discussion amongst councillors. There's going to be some help for that position, I think. We haven't actually signed off on this annual plan yet, but that'll be done later in the month. But there was a lot of support to say, let's give them some money, but let's see that group put in some money of their own as well, or deliver something for the money that we give them. Okay, so there's going to be a bit of a carrot and a bit of a incentive for them to not give up what they're doing, keep doing what they're doing, and make that work.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, and there was another group from Cromwell. They're saying the Cromwell Museum's going so well that by 2018 they need a full-time employee, so they just came in and gave us a bit of notice and said that's on our horizon. So, it's a great day, Submissions Day.
That's good. And I'm going to be politically incorrect and ask you, there was was a suggestion of something for a community access plan. It was from the irrigation.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
I thought, to be entirely honest, from just an ordinary old person out there, that it seemed a bit silly.
Yeah, this was the money to help...
Community impact, that's
a social impact.
Social impact.
Yeah, which is almost the same thing as community. Yeah, I'm a bit lukewarm on that because, to be perfectly honest, I think we know what the impact of irrigation is going to be. Do we need to pay a consultant to write it down on a piece of paper?
Well, that was what I thought too. Right?
Yes, that's right. But all the majority submitters said that this is such a big project that for Central Otago that the council's been putting little bits of money towards that, and it would appear as though the council will give them a wee bit more money for this, knowing full well that the farming community and everyone else is going to have to put millions and millions and millions towards it. And seed funding of, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 for multi-million-dollar projects, I'd say council's been convinced that they should support that.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'm just looking at it from the point of view it's 20 grand, and what do we get for the 20 grand? I don't mind giving them 20 grand.
Yeah.
It's what we're getting for it, and the social impact. I think I heard somebody say, well, your schools will have to be bigger, and you're going to have to provide a bit more infrastructure. And I mean, we know these things.
Yeah, the cynic in me says that wouldn't have been hard to write, but we're being told that they need it for lots of other reasons, to apply for lots of other money. So we see it as seed money, as but that's wrong. And just little other things happening in our district. When I leave the studio, I'm going over to Central Stories. I'm going to be given a guided tour, a pre-sneak view of a major art exhibition which I believe opens tomorrow. I think it's open to the public to see tomorrow, but they've got the opening gala in a couple of weeks. And the museum people are saying this is a start of a trend. It's a major, it's the biggest exhibition of art they've ever had, and they've got more coming in the next 12 months. And so this is a taste of what Central Stories wants to do. It wants to bring travelling road shows to our community, so we all get the advantage of big city art. So I'm looking forward to going over there.
That's going to pull a few tourists as well.
Yeah, and actually that was the point they made. We have a lot of tourists who now come to the ski fields on a Friday night or a Saturday morning. If we can get them to stop and go through our art gallery, our Central Stories on the way, fantastic idea. Our library's got a couple of authors, so that's been well promoted, I think. Philip Temple and Diane Brown, they're going to be there on Saturday morning at 11 o'clock, so that's really good. And there's more about that, of course, on www.codc.gov.nz. There seems to be a lot happening, and World Environment Week next week. Mad for CO is jumping into that. So I just feel like it's still positive out there. Things are going really well.
That's good. Okay, so is there anything else you need to tell us?
Nope, I think that's it for today.
That's it for today. No scuttlebutt and rumours and...
there's some rumours about more people standing for mayor, but it's very much on the rumour mill, so I want to see it a bit more positive before I start talking about who might be queuing up to take the job. But yeah, it's election year, these things happen.
Yeah, it is.
Who cares? Yep.
Okay. Mayor Tony Lepper, the Mayor of the Central Otago District Council, thanks again for your time, and always fun to have you in.
No
See
problems.
you next month.
I enjoy it.